Toasta. Everyone in the premium members club has awesome usernames. If money wasn't an issue, what would y'all build? And what's happening with the Busa project? But we mentioned that already. But I think, for me, I think a lot of the fun is in it being cheap and like relatable. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like unlimited budget projects are like, like modifying Ferraris for like serious record-breaking track time or something, at least in my head. Yeah, you guys feel differently.
Well,
but
I'm the
when
kind
I
of
hear unlimited
Every person
budget,
is different for that.
Yeah.
That answer is totally different.
when
But
I hear unlimited budget, I'm like Pikes Peak Ferrari F40.
yeah, or if you're in the
That's just
off-road,
me.
if you're in the off-road scene, it's like pick your chassis or pick your body and make a trophy truck or a Ultra 4 car with whatever body you want. Like
Yeah.
if you're in the off-road scene. So
Yeah, and I guess that wouldn't be for a video, but like if someone was just like, hey, unlimited money,
what would you build?
Pikes
Yeah,
Peak Ferrari F40.
right.
Mine would definitely be either like a race, some sort of off-road race or buggy or something
Like an Ultra
that.
4?
No, I don't know that far, but like I think I'd probably lean more towards like a super usable, like higher speed, super capable off-road camping rig. Not like overland, like more off-road than that, but something that
Like a pre-runner type of thing,
yeah,
but
just
campable.
like the sickest camping rig that like I truly can go anywhere and camp comfortably and hang out for a week at a time. And just like maybe like a carbon fiber monocoque shell on the back of like a 70 series Land Cruiser with like super sick armor and everything super light and like still a crazy capable truck that like when I get there I'm just like, yeah, I got my coffee maker in the
Yeah.
back, dude.
Yeah, so I would, I mean, honestly, the Humvee is pretty up there in terms of what I would build on like unlimited budget, which it's not unlimited at all. I just mean like I would go farther with it than what I'm going to do. And it's more, for me, it's never really a question of budget. It's a question of time. Because when you can build just about everything yourself, the money isn't really the issue. Because, like, sure, you got to pay for shocks and stuff, but you're doing that no matter what. Like, what really is the limiting factor, specifically for me and doing YouTube and everything else, is the time. So, like, but time is money. So, unlimited budget would be spend 3 years building the Humvee instead of building it in between other projects for 6 months or whatever, you know? And that's at the moment. It's always changing. Also, along with that would be building the fire truck in the most extreme way to be the hauler for the Humvee.
With like a slight camping, sleeping, like a sleeper
Yeah,
right
well,
behind the cab or
yeah,
something?
like sleeper built into the back of the cab.
Sick.
Also, the Humvee would be what you were describing, which is like
camping, right?
Baja pre-runner. It would be, and I know that vehicles like this are a compromise. Everything's a compromise. And the more things you try to do, the less excellent it is at any one of the things. But
Unless you have $1 million budget.
true. So the Humvee would be ultra long travel, like 19, 20 inches of wheel travel on all corners. Stupid horsepower, but not unusable stupid. And also a camper. So gigantic go fast camper setup on the back. Like overland, but
Simple,
extreme.
Everything's strapped down so you can jump it.
Jump at 70 feet, go rock crawling, drive it down the highway.
Have a flat
Have a
surface
camp.
to sleep
Yep.
with your dogs.
It's pretty cool that your unlimited budget dream project is essentially what you are doing.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I mean, yeah, pretty much. I mean, like I said, it changes all the time. And so, like, it's partly because that's what I've been thinking about for a long time.
Yeah.
It's a build I've wanted to do. And, like, I could come up with other ones, but at the moment, that's what it is. So, yeah, that, and then combine that with the fire truck and then make the fire truck, like, you know, like I said, if we're doing unlimited time and budget, yeah, the fire truck would be 6-wheel drive and have, you know, a ridiculously powerful diesel in it so you could go 80 miles an hour down the highway hauling this on the back of it comfortably,
so
quietly
sick.
with AC and a sound system and
70
a sleeper.
might be more realistic than 80 at 6x6. And
I don't care. We're not talking realistic. We're talking unlimited budget.
all right,
Just get your
Yeah,
realism
and
out of
it's-
this fantasy
All right.
conversation, okay?
And it's
all
pretty
fantasy.
much what we're trying to do anyways.
Yeah.
So 42 Green here says, after the Florida trip and the podcast, there was talk of Grindhard attending Swamp Fest next year. Is that still a possibility? If you ask me, yes. If you ask my wife, No.
Hard no.
What
That's
is
a
Swamp Fest? And
No.
what is
Fest
it?
is the craziest BMX party on the planet, man. They build these crazy ramps in a swamp in Florida, like crazy ramps, like jumps onto like wooden, like pirate ships and stuff. And they have like rail jams, like
They have
kind
like a rail loop-de-loop at one point, like a for
The
BMX,
full-
like a full loop, but with rails. So you
Yeah.
had to get your pegs onto the rails and stay on all the way around.
But
With
there's
zero
no
padding,
rules.
zero safety. Everybody's out of their minds the whole time.
Yeah, it's awesome. And people are launching mortars everywhere, and they burn all the ramps on the last day. So it's like,
it's Swamp Burning Man BMX.
but think of this, like if you're at the skate park and you're not landing a trick and you're like, oh, I'll come back tomorrow and try it. I'll get it next week when I heal up. This is like all the magazines are shooting there and stuff. Like if you don't land that trick that day, it's going to light on fire tomorrow. So people go hard. Like it's the coolest thing ever. I'll show you videos.
Pass.
Yeah, well, I could go. I think Steven wants to go.
I would go to see it. I don't know that I'd want to be there the whole time.
Yeah.
'Cause, I was never into BMX that much, but
because the podcast that 42 Green's referring to, we were on with the founders of the event, and the
Which,
people
by the
who
way,
still run it.
I don't know if everyone listening or Patrick knows this, but that new design we have that's a poster that we sell and the T-shirt.
Yeah, and our Sturgis shirt.
Right, and our Sturgis shirt, both those were all designed by one of the founders of Swampfest.
No hate
Super
on
sick.
Swamp Fest. It's just
No,
not,
I
it's-
wasn't.
it's
I
not
wasn't
your-
saying
it's
you were
not-
hating on it.
Not
It was just
something
a
that
fact.
seems
but-
like my.
Yeah.
So when we were talking to them, I was like, what if we like, because they were talking like, oh, it'd be cool to like have a jet ski in the swamp towing someone into a jump. And I'm like, well, we have a mini jet boat with 100 horsepower.
Yep.
Could you imagine towing BMXers off a giant ramp in a swamp with fireworks going everywhere, and how cool that would be?
That would actually be really cool. See, if I had a job to do, I'd be much more into being there like
you
that.
mentioned like a swamp. What's this swamp smell like?
Like literally, there's alligators in there.
No.
Steven wants to go, right?
Also,
Oh, yeah, Steven wants to go. He's shaking his
another
head.
fact about Patrick. We are in North Idaho, and if anyone has ever been through here, if you've been around the whole country, no one would come to North Idaho and go, wow, it's really humid here. Patrick has been complaining about the humidity the whole time he's been here. So Florida is pretty much off the menu.
I woke up to 88% humidity.
Yes, but to clarify, it was also like 70 degrees, and it had been raining all night, or 60 degrees. You woke up to 80% humidity because it was currently raining.
Dude, it currently rains in New Mexico and humidity hits like 53%. And we're like, dang, it's crazy out here, man. Like,
Right. No, I'm not saying there's no reason for that. I'm just putting some background for the context of the
For all you normal people
Florida,
who live in
where
the
it's-
Southwest, you know that I'm dying out here.